Hello everyone, my name is Chuncho Chuncho Jimena and that is my passport. Okay, that supplementary activity, the thing is a structure of the course. Um, In this video, I will explain the main characteristic of three important fields in English language teaching: linguistics, methodology, and research. These three areas are fundamental in the preparation of professional EFL teachers because they help teachers understand language, apply effective teaching strategies, and improve educational practice through investigation and analysis. Okay, in the next is the content, characteristic of linguistic methodology and research in English language teaching, introduction, linguistics, methodology, research, conclusion, and reference. Okay, the linguistic is there is a short content. In the next is the gateword. Okay, linguistic one important characteristic of linguistics is that it studies the structure of language. This includes areas such as phonetics and phonology, which analyzes sounds and pronunciation morphology, which studied word formations, syntax, which examines sentences structure, semantics related to meaning, and pragmatics, which focus on language in context. The another characteristic is that linguistics helps teachers identify student language difficulties. For example, Spanish speaking learners may have pronunciation problems with sound, like in words such as think. Understanding linguistics allows teachers to explain these differences more effectively. Linguistics also contributes to communication skills because it helps teachers understand how language is used socially and culturally. This is especially important in EFL classrooms where communication is the main goal. In summary, the linguistics provides the theoretical foundations for language teaching because it explains how language is organized and used. Okay, the next is methodology. In this part is a short content for the methodology. The next is the case words. Okay, one characteristic of methodology is that it focused on classroom practice. It helps teachers decide how to teach grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, speaking, listening, reading, and writing skills. Another important characteristic is the use of teaching approach and methods. Some examples include the a communicative language teaching approach, task-based learning, and the direct method. This approach helps teachers create meaningful and interactive learning experiences. The methodology is also learning centered modern teaching methodology and encourages activity, participation, collaboration, and real communication instead of only memorization. For example, teachers may use role plays, discussions, games, or projects to motivate students. In addition, methodology includes assessment and classroom management. Teachers need to know how to evaluate learning progress and create a positive learning environment. Overall, a methodology connects theory with practice because it helps teachers apply effective teaching techniques in real classroom. And the next is the research, a short content for the research and continuation for the keywords. Okay. The one key characteristic of research is that its evidence-based teacher use research to understand what teaching practices are most effective for students. Eh, another characteristic is critical thinking. Research encourages teachers to analyze classroom situations, identify problems, and make information decisions. For example, a teacher may investigate why students have difficulties with listening comprehension and then takes different strategies to improve results. Research can be qualitative, quantitative, or mixed methods. For example, qualitative research focuses on observation and experiences, while quantitative research uses numerical data and statistics. Research is also important for professional development because it helps teachers reflect on their teaching practice and continuously improve them. Action research, for example, allows teachers to study their own classroom and make positive change. In conclusion, research support in motivation and improving in English language education. Okay, the next is conclusions. The conclusion is to conclude linguistic methodology and research are the essential field in English language teaching. Um, the next is the references, and thanks for your attention in my participation for the activity supplementary activity. Sorry.